We've all heard about cholesterol, but what really is cholesterol? Hayden, what's cholesterol?
Well, cholesterol is a little molecule that our body produces. Now, we've heard a lot about it in regards to heart disease, but we also use it for making our sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen. Plus our brain uses it for the nerve sheaths, and also it's used by our immune system.
So what's the problem with cholesterol?
Well, the problem isn't just with cholesterol itself. There's two different types. We hear about the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol. Now, it's the cholesterol that comes from our liver going out to our cells that we see more as the problem, because the more that's going out, the more stiff the cells become and the more cholesterol that's getting into the arteries.
And if you're getting cholesterol into the arteries, does that cause a problem?
Well, we can get a build-up of the fat in the arteries and potentially we can get a blockage there.
Okay, and obviously a blockage is going to...
Well, definitely a blockage is no good. And so this is where people are being prescribed their cholesterol-lowering medications because the doctors are concerned about heart disease, obviously.
Sure. So from a natural perspective, how can you counter that?
Okay, so the way we look at fixing that naturally is that there's certain herbs like globe artichoke which help the liver produce less cholesterol. There's also things like coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10, which is what we often hear. Now, it doesn't always just lower cholesterol itself. It helps sort of counteract some of the side effects that are common with the cholesterol-lowering drugs. Because a lot of those drugs do have some side effects. They can cause muscle pain and muscle weakness, plus they can cause liver damage. And that's because when they block the production of cholesterol, they stop the production of this vitamin-like compound coenzyme Q10. So what we're finding now is that we need to supplement with that with people just to make sure that those levels don't get too low and stop those side effects from happening.
So what causes it?
Well, we've been led to believe that it's saturated fat that causes the cholesterol to go up. Now, that's not strictly correct, because if we look at some cultures like the French who eat lots of high-fat cheese and cream and these sorts of things, they actually have low rates of cholesterol. So often it's the things that are going on in our life that are actually the things driving it up.
So is there anything else that affects the cholesterol?
Yeah, so if we see our cholesterol going up, it's generally a signal that our basic metabolism has become dysfunctional. And so we may be needing to look at things like obesity. As we put on the body fat, particularly around the belly, that can be leading to a disruption of the different fats that are in the body. Also, we need to look at a processed food that we might be eating, because a lot of the processed food has certain chemicals that disrupt our basic metabolism, and then our cholesterol starts to go up as a result of that.
So it sounds like diet and exercise and lifestyle has a big effect on a lot of things.
Yeah, they have a huge impact on all aspects of our health, particularly stress, which is such a common problem these days. It really disrupts our underlying processes and interferes with the action of many things in the body, and that leads to a lot of our chronic disease.
So that can be your heart disease and things like that, as well as your...
Exactly, your heart disease, strokes, even cancer, these sorts of things.
So prevention is really the ultimate.
Yes, prevention is definitely the key.
And if you want to know more, go to healthyremedies.com.au.